the brightness on this. The angle should fix it. Cool. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. I really don't. Why is there so much glare? It's actually, maybe it's like an effect. Nope. I was gonna fix it. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for coming along. If you are watching this later, feel free to comment on the video to let us know that you've watched it, or if you have any questions, we'll be checking the video comments out all the time, so you'll get them answered. Yeah, if you are interested in getting to know about Demodex mites, or have just randomly come across this video and would like to know whether you have Demodex mites in any way, jump on our website at unjex.com. You mite quiz on the top, so feel free to click on that, and it'll be a quick 3 to 5 minute kind of quiz. It's only got 22 questions. They're all multiple choice, so that's nice and easy to do, and that'll give you a good indication of the Demodex mite population or mite population that you have on your skin and scalp. It's depending on the symptoms as well, but yeah. So we also provide microscope tests for those who live in Melbourne, or if we might contact with some kind of dermatologist or clinic that might be doing those kinds of tests, which isn't too common. So just let us know. The best way to do this, well, the best way to find out is to contact us. Do the mite test, and if you leave your contact details in the test, we'll try to contact you by email and just call you up and be like, oh, what kind of symptoms were you like having the worst, like, and you know, we'll just go through everything with you and make sure that it's any other kind of disease or problem. A lot of the times it is Demodex mites as well as something else, since Demodex mites kind of feed off a lot of the wheat and oils and unbalance in people's health. So yeah, feel free to contact us via email or on our website at unjex.com. There'll probably be a link below, so check that out if you are interested. Awesome. Moving along, I'm going to be just letting everyone know, those who know that we have a pre-order but don't know when it's coming out. We've essentially confirmed that the products are coming to our company by the 12th of July. So then we'll be shipping them out as soon as possible, maybe from the day after that. So yeah, hopefully you guys will get that pretty quickly after that. So that's exciting news. If people were wondering, since I don't know if we've probably emailed, because some people I think were interested but weren't sure about pre-ordering before they knew what date. So cool. Yi. Sorry if I butchered the name. But, hi. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions, just let me know. I can just chat on the spot. That's essentially what it's for. It's kind of like an open discussion and Q&A, and me just talking about mites. Which country am I from? I am from Australia. So where Unjex's headquarters is Melbourne, Victoria in Australia. So if you are in Australia, feel free to come by to have actually, It's not a free test, but you can try out the microscope Demodex mites, um, which isn't free, but it's not too much. So, and if you buy products, we just make it free. Can you show what mites? Can you show what is mites? So I'll show you a couple of images. So this is just hair follicles, but so Demodex mites. So there's a lot of types of mites. A lot of mites are more visible and bigger. Demodex mites are smaller, and this is what it actually looks like in real through a microscope. So you can kind of see that they're kind of small, clear mites. They have 8 legs. They kind of have a tail kind of like shape. And there's 2 different types. So this one kind of looks big, but it's actually supposed to be, the head part is supposed to be as small as that one. It's just shorter. So there's 2 types of Demodex mites. They're called the Demodex follicularum and the Demodex brevis. So they both exist on humans. These are the 2 that have been confirmed to be living on humans. A lot of other Demodex mites live on other animals like dogs and cats, and every animal has some kind of mites that will live on them. So yeah, they're really small. They're like 0.2 to 0.5 millimeters long. And since they have like a clear body, it's really difficult to see. The bacteria and oils that they've essentially eaten kind of stored in their body, which can be seen as like blobs in them, as well as eggs kind of make a darker kind of color. So the females usually have a darker color. So that's essentially what mites look like. And they hide in the hair follicles. So they kind of move around, crawl down into the hair follicle, and they live in areas such as like the root area of the hair follicles and sebaceous glands. Can do live demo. I don't actually, of the microscope. We do have videos on YouTube that have live video demos if you are interested in looking at them. So yeah, check that out on our YouTube account. I think I've got the link underneath somewhere, but it's just hair mites solution, or Unjex. Yeah, so there are a lot of microscope videos that you would be able to find on YouTube with Demodex mites. So zoomed in, they kind of are shaped like this. This is from underneath because you can see its legs, its mouth, and its tail, body, or whatever you call it. Yeah. And they cause a lot of symptoms just because they can either maybe nibble, or because they store a lot of bacteria in them. When they die, because the structure of their bodies are very weak, when they die, they essentially disintegrate, and then all of the bacteria that they've been eating inside them, it just spreads like as they die, which is why usually having a few mites doesn't really affect the skin, because the skin can somehow cope with that, because there's always bacteria. just when there's a lot, what thing you add to skin that is active to mites. So mites will be eating excess oils, hormones, nutrients that are in the hair follicles, as well as other just liquids that your skin holds. And any products that you put on, like vegetable oil, I don't know if you'd ever put vegetable oil on. A lot of oils that you put on your face, whether it's makeup, skincare things, if it does contain ingredients that Demodex mites eat, which most products do because they're more for your skin rather than to fight Demodex mites, it can feed the mites and they can multiply a lot faster. So people with low numbers of Demodex mites, it's not a problem. It's just if you have a high population of Demodex mites, feeding them can populate them and let them spread a lot faster. Since they also move along oil, so on the skin, so especially oily skin, they can move along a lot faster. Yeah. So that's why, well, Unjex and Unjex's research team has essentially made sure that the products we provide are balanced and make sure, more information about our products. So Unjex, our products, you can look up on our website at unjex.com. We have different languages for the website, and there'll be information pages. I can also provide a link in the comments after the live video if you're still around. Oh, WhatsApp? Okay, awesome. We'll try to. I'll get someone to send you more information about Demodex mites. Awesome. Thanks for joining. So yeah, if anyone else also does want to know more about Demodex mites or personally wants us to contact them, really just feel free to drop your phone number or something by. Actually, maybe it's better to just privately send us the contact details. You don't want to be spreading contact details everywhere, but that's fine. Yeah, if you are curious, that's a great way to start. Letting us essentially contact you or doing the Demodex mite test on our website is probably even better. I think I would recommend doing the mite test first and then going on to either waiting for us to contact you or asking for us to contact you. And then we'll make sure to contact you, and then we can go on about the symptoms, what you're going through that might be causing the symptoms, whether it's Demodex mites. And once we conclude that it is definitely Demodex mites and you are willing to start the treatment, we will essentially provide you with a guide on how to start the treatment, how to keep going, and we can provide consultations throughout the treatment, which will still involve Unjex products. But yeah, it's essentially it. So we do specialize in Demodex mites, but we don't know about every single product or ingredient. Well, I don't. The consultants don't individually sometimes. Of course, the research team will have made sure that the products have the right ingredients, and essentially that's where we mainly focus. So the product is optimized for Demodex mites. It will still be effective on other types of mites and just general bacteria on the skin, but we mainly focus on Demodex mites. And then we also have our consultants who kind of go through more about the daily habits and how to use the products. So then, yeah, that combined will be enough to slowly get rid of the mites and protect the skin from mites, as well as other bacteria and other problems. Like, it's easy to have skin problems just because you either have excess oil and then a lot of bacteria can thrive, a lot of Demodex mites can multiply, and then if you have dry skin, shampoos and cleansers can damage the skin, and having that light layer of natural protection from the skin's oils is pretty necessary for skin health. There's also good bacteria on the skin as well, which if you kind of know about bacteria, you probably know. But yeah, it's things like probiotics as well. So if you want to make sure that your skin is healthy, you want to also make sure that your inside digestive system is nice and healthy as well. That does definitely help. General health does affect skin health as well. So it's always good to eat healthy, live healthy, exercise. Of course, it's something that not everyone can do just because you either don't have enough time, which is not the best excuse sometimes because a lot of people still do have the time. They don't have enough time to dedicate themselves. But usually there's enough time to do a little bit of exercise in a day. So it's good to exercise. It's good to eat healthy, of course, which is kind of repetitive. So I shouldn't have said it like that. But yeah. So if you are interested in just chatting with us, feel free to contact us. I'll make sure to check up social media accounts once in a while to make sure I don't miss any contacts. Yeah, hopefully that's okay. Okay. Just jotting down the contact number. Sorry. Awesome. I think I've gone through most of it. So yeah, the hype is that the Demodex Defense Cleanser is coming on the 12th of July. So we'll be really busy around then. There'll be like stacks and stacks of boxes. The stack of boxes there is other products, as well as maybe you can see boxes back behind me. Maybe not. We also have a storage, but yeah, it's important, of course, yeah, to know about your skin in every way you can. Know about Demodex mites, know about what you're using. Like a lot of people, of course it does work with recommendations as well. A lot of people do just use products that are recommended by Amazon, by eBay. They might just click on beauty products and then bam, like the big companies are going to be throwing products at you, which depends on your skin as well, of course. And not every product is going to work for everyone, especially when you don't know the ingredients. Of course, if you do ask, I'm sure they'll provide ingredients, but a lot of beauty products, it's a little bit vague on how the ethical side of beauty products works. So, and then compared to that, there's like medical sides of things. So we're kind of in between, since we're more of a medical treatment rather than a skincare product. But we are also kind of a skincare product, if you understand what I mean. Because yeah, skin health is the best skincare. Yeah. Hopefully that made sense. I'm not always the best talker. I'm not actually ever the best talker, but I don't mind just ranting on by myself sometimes. So it's okay. Sometimes friends would find that very strange, but I find it enjoyable. But it would be a lot easier if I had comments to, talk to, even if they're just simple questions like, I don't know, what do Demodex mites do? And then maybe I'll just answer, they hide in your hair follicles. They lay their eggs in your hair follicles, especially in the oil glands, sebaceous glands, where the little Demodex mites can essentially just live until they grow up, and then they come up onto the skin, and then they essentially find a mate. But yeah, we don't go that far into the cycle. not us, but like, as in, I don't talk about it. So essentially, the products are made to attack Demodex mites as they come up on the skin. It's essentially impossible. It's difficult to get any product into the hair follicles deep to the roots and sebaceous glands because it's protected by that natural layer of oil. You also don't want to remove that oil too much, just because it's also protecting your skin and hair follicles. Oops, sorry. No, that's okay. Awesome, someone else got it for me. It's also protecting the skin from bacteria and just any irritants that can get onto your skin. So people who have dry skin usually will have things like pollen, just grass, just air pollution can really affect their skin. It's really difficult, I think, for people with dry skin, just because it's more about not being able to produce enough natural oils on the skin to really protect the skin. And that can be pretty nasty sometimes. And of course, everyone has people they know that have allergic reactions on the skin, people who have eczema, and other things like mites and blepharitis and things. Okay, I've gone into a side road. I don't know, I've just gone off track. That's what I wanted to say. My English vocabulary sometimes gets very bad. Probably because I'm kind of warm and tired as well. It's the end of the day and it's a Friday. It's good that I can just sit and chat for a few minutes with people. It's probably better if you kind of do your research as well. There's a lot of Facebook groups around. It's good to check up some articles. We have some articles linked on our website as well. If you go to the bottom of our website, I think there should be a resources and documents kind of page where it'll have a lot of research articles that are related to Demodex mites. Demodex mites are still very under-researched. I think that's a real word. Just because people don't think Demodex mites are causing anything. But a lot of recent studies do show that Demodex mites are affecting, Demodex mites aren't a problem initially, but when you have an unbalanced population, an uncontrolled population of Demodex mites, that's when it gets a lot of people and their skin to react to the Demodex mites because they're multiplying so fast. That also means there's a lot more dying, which means that there's that bacteria that they've been storing that just spreads on your skin all the time. It's like if there's a war on your skin, if it's going to be leaving some kind of scar. And, that's essentially why you want to kind of reduce the population of mites. The less population of things living on your skin, the more controlled your skin is. Except for there's also good bacteria. So you also can't be washing your face with cleansers and shampoos that often, just because you do need that essential oil for the skin. So we provide treatments, sprays to kind of provide a nightly routine, just spray on your skin, usually just onto your hand, and then you just spray it onto your face, or massage it into your scalp, and then that's essentially going to be killing mites overnight. And then you can just wash it off with cold water in the morning, and cold water is always better. Warm water will get rid of a lot of oils, so especially hot water will kind of hurt the skin a little bit. If you get rid of too much oil, that's not great. So warm water, then finish up with a little bit of a splash of cold water, essentially, or on your body. A little bit of cold water to tighten your skin. It's also good because Demodex mites like the warm temperatures a lot more, so it prevents them from having a good environment, essentially. So if you live in a winter country, you're probably on a luckier position than those in warmer countries. But yeah, hopefully that's been a nice little rant from me. If you do have any comments, questions, leave them below. I usually get complaints. Well, I got a complaint once that I talk too much, which I'm just like, what else do I do? But I think I was just talking too fast, or just might have thrown in too much information. I'll try to cut down a little bit on topics maybe, and kind of just go through the same topic a few times and then just leave that as that and not branch off, because I'm really bad at not branching off onto other topics. But yeah, hopefully that was a fun, quick chat. I'll leave everyone to it, and yeah, stay safe, stay Demodex mite free. I don't know, this is like a weird end phrase that I have recently. But awesome. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a great weekend. If you're still not on a Friday, hope you have a good Friday and then a good weekend. Bye-bye. Thanks.